Hello everyone, hello. I know the ads are still playing, so do not worry about that. I hope, for those who can hear, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We are joined, as always, by Yoshi from twitch.tv/Ophilus. I say, alright, don't fucking talk, Jesus Christ.
No, I had a cat standing on the mute button.
We are joined by Swifty from twitch.tv/SwiftCrescendo.
Hi.
We are joined by Van from twitch.tv/VenturaV.
Yo.
And why is Dusty not playing music?
Dusty doesn't care tonight.
Bruh.
Dusty,
Dusty.
you're the piano slime. You must play.
Dusty, you've had one fucking job.
Technically, Dusty has like 4 jobs.
Don't tell him that, because then he'll start expecting me to pay him.
You do pay him, though.
Shush! That's not supposed to come out that way. What the fuck is going on? Open volume. Y'all keep chat entertained while I go and have a discussion with Dusty. Come here, you little shit.
Behold, I am drunk now.
Behold, a bucket.
No.
Dear God.
It's a no. You gotta do the line correctly.
Okay, then do it correctly.
Is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
Don't look at me. I don't even know what y'all are talking about.
I love how at the end of it, someone's just like, "Can I have the bucket?"
I think we're good.
Are we good?
Dusty's loud as fuck, but he's
Turn that
here.
down.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm mediocre. I don't know about good.
You be quiet. You're fucking fantastic.
I don't even hear.
Now
I don't
Dusty's
even
too
hear
quiet.
Dusty.
Well, yeah, it's because the music paused.
Oh, there we go.
Because Dusty is just being an absolute shitter of a fucking music thing.
Do you know what the good thing about how we ended last session is?
What?
It means I have like 20 minutes where I actually don't have to do much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're making
basically.
Yoshi do all the work.
Speaking of making Yoshi do all the work, last time, after a little bit of traveling through the town, there comes to a time where you guys go into a tavern to get some information. You leave the tavern and immediately get swarmed by people begging for cash and change. After the people leave, Yoshi decides to, after noticing one of them counting some money, approaches and finds out that they were all paid by someone named Zendria. He then decides to figure out more information about Zendria, and after a little bit of how we say,
Diplomacy.
I would say
Flirting. We call that
misidentification. You do wind up meeting Zendria. And a fight starts.
Fight.
Between Gavan de Ap Julius, or however the fuck his name is pronounced.
That was actually the closest you've come in any attempt.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, because it's never gonna fucking happen again.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
And Zendria. We had ended off with Zendria taking in her shot, which then gave you a free attack.
Yep.
And I believe you had initiative.
I did indeed.
Initiative.
So with that in mind, let us continue the fight with Yoshi's action. And if either of you two decide you want to intervene, please let me know.
I don't think I'm set up to intervene.
You're a little distracted, hiding under
Gavan
a bed.
explicitly told me not to.
That's true. That did happen.
Sounds good.
All right. I think in that
Whether I
case,
listen, we shall see.
we are going to do some smacky smacks.
Go for it.
The stage is yours.
And I'm actually going to double smack. We're doing Blade Storm.
Oh boy! Oh
It sounds like a
boy!
Yu-Gi-Oh attack.
I activate Blade Storm.
First attack is a 13 to hit.
That will hit.
Why do you
That's
do
for-
it better, Dan Green, than I do?
Because trans voice training?
That is a 10. Sorry, first one was a 14, second one's a 10 to hit.
14 hit, second, or the 10 does not. Or was the 14 damage?
14 was damage.
Oh, okay.
Second to hit is words 12.
Wait, is the second to hit a 10 to hit or a 12 to hit?
Hang on, I'm reading the. Let me reread the ability. I might have read it wrong.
Y'all, Yoshi.
No, it's a 10 to hit. It's a 10. It's a 10 to hit. It's a 10 to hit.
Yoshi is confusing me too fucking early.
No, I'm. The way my sheet compresses the writing of the abilities, I have to copy them into a notepad.
Okay.
So it's a 10 to hit.
That
sounds
will
like a skill issue.
that will not hit.
Okay, so she takes 14 damage from the first hit, none from the second shot. Then.
Yup. Now, as you get that second hit in, you notice that the first hit you got in, or the first couple of hits you got in, definitely like you got some solid hurt in there.
But by the way, you did note that's bulk damage she's taking, right?
Yes. I wasn't aware you could do other types of damage. At
I
this
can,
point.
but it requires me to spend mind points.
Yeah. Anyway, so as I was saying, those first few hits, you definitely made great connection to her. This last time, even with that 14 damage, it feels like you deflected a little bit. That is not in the dice tower. Oh, and that was a beautiful roll, too. Motherfuckers. Get in the tower. I am about to throw you at the fucking airlock.
Just because I sneezed, huh?
Yeah. You know you fucking deserve it.
Sometimes.
That was a 14 to hit, Yoshi.
Tie hits, right?
Yep.
Alright, that hits.
Take 21 damage as you feel your armor give way a bit to this to this slamming into your gut.
You said how much?
How much did I say 21? Yeah, it should have been 21.
Okay.
There we go. I have
Anything
none.
else?
That's all for now.
What was the roll to hit again? 14?
Yes, it was 14.
And that's a free hit back. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
Now, as you go in for your counterattack, you notice she takes her free arm and just kind of deflects your hand or your weapon. And you hear a solid, like, metal to metal slamming sound.
Okay. Interesting.
Mama's got a
you-
cyborg arm.
Would you like to roll a double insight?
Oh, you know what? I will.
Or, no, I've been doing insight willpower for perception. Do that. My mistake.
Insight willpower?
Yep.
That'll be a 7.
With a 7, unfortunately, you aren't able to see what's going on under her sleeves. You definitely notice there's a slight rip in the sleeve where she blocked, but you can't really see into it at the moment.
That's fine.
All right,
That's a skill issue.
your interaction.
We're going to keep spinning around and hitting things.
Go for it.
Then to win.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, that's going to be 24 bolt damage.
Sweet.
So Gavan's just going to keep following through from the spin she imparted by deflecting that and spin right into her again.
Sounds good. Is it just that
Sounds
one
like a
attack?
plan.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to use the Blaze Storm this time.
So you get that, and you see the smirk appear on her face as she rears back her hand, fist fucking clocked. That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
You are going to take 34 points of damage as you are shoved back from the force of this blow.
Okay.
That sucks.
Are you somehow still standing?
I have DR, bitch.
How much fucking DR could you possibly have?
3. But no, I'm still standing at 22 points.
Oh my god.
As you are shoved back, you notice, by the way, at this point, the sleeve on her right arm has started to tear as there seems to be spines growing out of it.
Okay. Cool.
I have to roll.
Gavan's enjoying this fight.
I have to roll a thing real quick.
What was her, she rolled a 26 to hit, you said?
Yes.
That's a counterattack.
You're a counterattack.
Go ahead and roll your counterattack.
That's a 10 with double 5s.
I think it counts as hit because that would be a crit. I want to
How does crit work? That's 11 total if I add the bonus to the 10, by the way.
That would not hit. I have to confirm if the crit means auto hit.
Yep.
Basically, is it you have to succeed and roll the doubles, or just roll the doubles?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Take your time.
Oh, wait, no, you said double 5s?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's because it's double 6s and higher.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, in that case, no hit.
Yep, so you go to counter as she shoves you back, and you, at this point, become very aware of these spines growing out of her arm, and the fact that there is steam starting to come from her mouth.
As previously stated, Gavan is grinning and enjoying the fuck out of this fight.
Alright. Real quick, Alessandra, what's your opinion of the shit going on right now?
I'm simultaneously in awe of the fact that Gavan is still standing somehow, and also just slowly taking, a half step at a time backward, as I can see these spikes coming out of her sleeves.
All right.
Okay, it's my turn now, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stick with smacking things around normally. That's gonna be a 13 total to hit.
Unfortunately, with the 13 again, you get that metal clanging sound as you just bounce off of whatever's under her sleeve.
All right.
She lets out a very loud roar.
Roar.
And before she can go any further, having made that roaring sound, you hear as just she starts to fall to a knee and cough up a black ichor. You notice a needle sticking out the back of her neck.
I'm gonna look towards behind her.
From behind her, the doors that she had walked out of kind of kicked in, I should say.
Yep, no, she definitely kicked it in. She had the poor dude flying through them.
You notice that there is a much older woman, probably about the age that, because Gavon is like a 30s-year-old, like 30s, right?
Late 30s, yeah.
So a woman who's about his age, standing there with, you would probably call it a crossbow.
Like so it's similar to a crossbow, or is it like an arbalist?
It's definitely closer to like a hand crossbow, but
Okay.
it seems to have a lot of weird modifications to it that you can't really identify the purpose of.
Gotcha.
And she steps out, noticing that you've noticed her, and goes, "By all means, I'm just here to keep everybody alive."
Gavon sort of flashes his weapon to his side, kind of like in a sweeping motion to clean any ichor off of it from the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to keep his eyes on her, and it's basically going to change from the fun grin he had from the fight to a thoughtful frown. Well, that may be appreciated, though it's not terribly sporting to attack an ally from the back.
It's not terribly sporting to attack anyone from the back, but unlike you, Musclehead, this is my patient, not my ally.
Gavon's going to pull the Spock eyebrow back out again.
She begins to step into the room, and you notice a lot of, you would almost call it like surgical tools just strapped to her waist.
What sort of doctor are you?
One not of consequence to you.
And if I make it my consequence?
Are you going to be a patient of mine? You notice
Perhaps
her
not
reaching
this-
behind her.
Perhaps not this day.
And yet with that musculature, I could do so much. Ah, well. It doesn't matter. Now, can I collect my patient and be off before, that wears off? And you notice Zendria is, like, still on the floor, but still looks like she's about ready to fight.
She conscious still?
Kind of. Barely
Gavon is-
describable as conscious.
Gavon is going to kneel down beside her head, but still keep his eyes on the mysterious doctor.
Mhm.
We really must finish having that drink sometime.
And as you're doing that, she swipes a claw at you. You're able to stop it. Like, it doesn't have the force it had before. But you notice that it is no longer a hand. It is a claw covered in chitin. It almost
So,
feels like
Can
black
I choose
obsidian.
how I react to this?
Sure.
So when she tries to swipe the claw, Gavon is going to catch it
Mm-hmm.
and let it brush his cheek, but not cut it.
Okay.
Fascinating. It would be most interesting to finish this dance one day with you. If I quickly check her belts, do I see the letter on there or not?
You do not.
Alright, Gavon will let go of her arm then and step away and let the doctor take her.
The doctor walks over and just pulls out 5 syringes and starts, pressing them into various parts of Zendria's body. Before Zendria finally stops, thrashing about, and the chitin begins to crack and fall off.
It doesn't sound pleasant.
Now then, unless anyone needs any kind of medical attention, I'll be getting out of here. Are you going to use that? And she points to the body of the guy that Zendria nearly killed.
Where is he lying at right now?
I don't know where y'all put him during the fight.
I know. I remember telling Alessandra to treat him. I don't remember if she ever actually did. Did you ever treat him?
He is behind me, and yes, I have begun treating him.
So you hear from this doctor who you can see because you've been paying attention to the fight and everything. Just, are you using him? Can I have him?
I look up and notice the doctor appears to be far more equipped to handle such situations than I would at the moment. Ah, very well.
Oh, good, thank you. And she walks over, and you notice she kind of like pushes him onto his to his front, and she puts a needle into like the base of his skull and one into each of his shoulders. And his eyes shoot awake as his arms immediately begin to swell with musculature. And she just looks at him and goes, "Be a dear. Pick Zendria up and bring her to my lab." And the man just stands up and moves to carry her, unless anyone gets in his way.
Gavan will step aside.
Come on, roll me a willpower. Actually, both of you, go ahead and roll me a willpower insight real quick. I want to see if you notice something.
Okay. Board out these dice here. Surprisingly more difficult.
That's going to be an
yes,
8.
than-
Okay, so we got an 8.
Oh, I need to turn Dusty down.
Is he too loud for you?
I'm just turning him down my side. Don't worry about it.
No, that's fair.
12.
All right.
There we go.
So, anyway, sorry, there was a bot and I was trying to read their fucking name. So Swifty, as this man like starts to walk away from you, you notice that even though he is responding and moving around, he is out fucking cold. Like, he is full out cold.
Just put a jacket on.
How bizarre.
The man then picks up Zendria and starts walking away, and the woman moves to follow him.
Perhaps need your services in the future. What is your name, Herr Doctor?
Just call me the physician. My name's on a need-to-know basis.
I'm just writing down some notes. Gavan, as soon as they're through the door, Gavan is going to turn and walk out of the inn.
Okay. You see her and the hulked out guy walking away slowly. Van, you can... So you start to regain control of yourself as your fight or flight response is no longer going as angrily as it was.
Cool. I got a 9 on my willpower, so I guess I'm gonna climb out from under the bed.
The woman is just... The girl from in the room is just staring at you curiously.
I don't even see her because she's behind me.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
I'm just gonna leave the room and go. Let's see what Gavon's doing. Well, I don't know what I should say. I'm just gonna walk over to Gavon.
Gavon's walking out the door.
You know what? I'm gonna jump on Gavon's shoulders.
Gavon, you feel yourself becoming a jungle gym as Rex is climbing up your shoulders.
Welcome back, strange child.
I see the I see this and I just follow, shaking my head.
You know, Rex just points in a direction and says, "That way."
Gavon's going to head the way that Rex pointed.
All right.
Maybe I should roll a 1d4 to see what direction I pointed.
I was literally gonna say, like, roll like a D8 or a D4. Let's see which direction you're going.
I got a 4.
I got a 1.
All right. So, Gavon, you are walking in the direction that you were pointed in. Alessandra, are you following them?
Yes.
You guys noticed
Yes.
that you were heading towards the northern end of town, which is how you entered.
Gavon's gonna keep walking until we're like a few minutes outside of town.
Okay.
And then, I know you said there wasn't a lot outside this town. Is there, like, any sort of terrain features at all? Like, even just a rock or something?
Well, slight dunes.
Gavon's going to find the shadow of a dune to sit in then.
Okay.
Wait, June 1 or June 2?
Dune 4, actually.
Okay.
Arrakis. Dune. Desert planet. Anyway, once settled in the shade of the dune, he's going to do a quick look around to make sure there's no one else around.
All right. It's just the three of you.
As soon as I'm sure that we are safe, Gavon is going to sheath his axe and then collapse on his back, panting. That was a little exciting.
But you fell on your back?
Yep.
Yes.
Cut to Rex. Just
Rex is on my shoulder, so.
Rex hits the ground pretty hard. You are heavy
and tall.
and tall and wearing armor. So Rex hits the ground really hard, probably unconscious, while wrapping his legs around your neck like a tourniquet.
What?
Okay, slight retcon. Remove child, then collapse. Rewind, back on feet, pick child off shoulder, put down, collapse.
I just
Yeet to the
picture,
child.
I just picture that as like you are about to slam into the ground, there's a freeze frame. Gavon's face turns to like, wait a second, stands up, lifts child, places child gently, falls back into position.
100% Spaceballs rewind and fast forward to find where they are on the desert moon. Gavon's just laying there completely wiped out.
Alright, so Gavon is laying there, passed out.
Not passed out,
Okay,
just breathing very hard.
Yeah.
That's the. I guess I'm just gonna sit down and wait for Gavon to get back up because I don't know. Maybe I should look at what stuff I have real quick. Give me a minute. I'm gonna see if there's anything I have useful.
Oh.
Which nothing probably because it's all combat related. All my skills are combat related. Unless I want to punch Gavon, I don't think.
I mean, like, it could be the answer.
I mean,
It could
Let's see.
very well be the answer.
You know what? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna walk towards the western side of the town from where we're at, like the outside of the town, to try and see if I can see past the town and see what's there.
So you're walking to see what's out past the western side of town?
Yeah, because I want to try and walk around the town instead of going through.
All right. So you walk around the town, and as you get almost to the western side, a small dog comes yipping up over to you.
I guess this is one of those games where I have to pet the dog.
Of course.
It wouldn't be 10 out of 10 if you couldn't pet the dog.
Yeah, I guess I'll kneel down and wait for the dog to get here so I can pet it.
It runs over to you very excitedly. And as you start to pet the dog, it then looks up at you and goes, "Young master."
And then I jump backwards because dogs shouldn't
I'm
be
sorry,
talking.
the dog just talked.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yosh, you of all people shouldn't be surprised when I pull this bullshit.
Listen,
Yeah.
I am the player who in FF14, when they encountered the Palico, as a Rothgar, chose the option for a talking cat.
Well, yeah, you were a Rothgar, not a cat.
I'm a people.
But yeah, so the dog is just looking at you, Rex, and goes, "Young master."
Yeah, and I jump back and get into a fighting position because dogs should not be talking.
No, young master, it's fine, it's fine. I've come here to give you something.
What are you?
Oh, you still don't remember me, do you?
I don't know you. You whatever you are.
You swear for a moment the dog takes that position of, like, clenched fist over the heart in pain, just, oh, young master. And the dog starts to transform into the older gentleman you saw on the night of the raid.
Which means my fists are tightening even more.
He says, "Young master, I've come to deliver something to you." And he puts...
Is that what you said when you burned that town?
What? Not at all. I wasn't there. That's not at all why I was there. I was there with the young miss.
Yeah, well, who is this young miss and who is your young master?
You're my young master, and your sister is my young miss.
I don't have a sister.
You have several sisters and brothers. Do you really not remember anything?
I don't know any of you.
This is very sad news. Well, young master, I'm going to leave for you what I've brought.
What is it?
And he reaches into his coat pocket, and he pulls out a slightly familiar-looking envelope. And he puts it on the ground in front of him. Says it was taken from your large armored friend by young miss. Well, by her, the people she paid, but I wanted to return it.
And Rex cautiously walks over to it and does the most unexpected thing and picks it up with his feet.
It is the letter that Gavon had been given to bring or to let you all into Phaedron.
And Rex stuffs it into what's left of his shirt.
You know, young master, I always hoped it would be you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are destined for greatness. but you don't remember. And with that, he turns back into a dog.
And Rex is just standing there staring, still completely confused. But holding the letter, or not holding, it's in his pocket. But he has his hand around the pocket of his, I guess, breast pocket, because he doesn't have pockets on the side anymore.
Young master, I worry that the next time we meet, we will be enemies. But I truly hope you remember yourself. And he starts to saunter away as a dog does.
Rex watches for a little bit and then turns to go back to his comrades.
Okay. So while this is going down, Elisandra and Gavon, what are you two doing?
Gavon is still completely dead on his back.
And meanwhile, Ellie, while not particularly, she's still kind of fussing over Gavon, figuring out how the hell he survived that, and also just pressing a very soft, warm chant that causes Gavon to regain 26 health.
Gavon is no longer in crisis.
Gavon's always in crisis.
It does feel that way.
Especially with you in arm's reach.
Oh, God.
Gavon's also about to have a midlife crisis. He's in his 30s.
I mean, he's already having one of those.
I'm pretty sure his entire existence right now is a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
time?
There we go.
That's true.
Sorry, I was fixing my
No?
microphone.
I'm having a midlife crisis, and Rex is like 11.
So, yeah.
I just had an error message pop up on my computer. Give me a second. Sorry.
Oh. Oh,
Error. There was an error
Error.
on this channel
Error.
yesterday.
No, that was a new community member, Van. Can't be a midlife crisis if it's a crisis all the time. Fucking true. Also,
I
hi,
mean, if it's
chat.
in the middle of your life, isn't that technically a midlife crisis?
I'm
So,
not
like,
even in the middle of my
ongoing.
life.
I am about to be.
I'm on
technically
borrowed
speaking.
time as it is. I was expecting to go out 6 years ago.
Fucking same.
What I always told my guidance counselor.
I'm gonna live to be 800, so
Okay, test. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I think I
No.
fixed the error. Yay.
Cool. So, Elisandra,
Okay.
you're currently working on healing Gavon.
Yes.
Gavon, you're currently panting.
Well, now I'm not in crisis, so now I'm just kind of stretched out, trying just to catch my breath.
And as you are attempting to catch your breath, is when you notice someone walking not too close to you, but walking into town, not all that far away.
Is it anyone we recognize?
It is not. However, it is an exceptionally armored individual.
oh no, it's a paladin.
You find it interesting someone is in that heavy of armor walking through the desert alone.
That sounds like a Final Fantasy character, to be honest.
Yeah, usually.
Literally my Rothgar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost Gavon himself also, so I'm not sure how odd Gavon finds it.
Elisandra would probably find it odd. Because
It's literally the opposite of me.
yeah. Like, if you don't want to find it odd, that's fine.
Gavan will raise his head enough to watch the armored figure walk past.
Mhm.
Okay.
Curious.
Are there any markings on the armor? Anything distinctive about it?
There seems to have been a marking on his pauldron, but it is heavily scratched out.
Cat scratched.
Okay. I guess once he's past, I'll continue doing things. I'm just going to watch until he gets past us.
Okay. He's past you.
Magic. He walked past.
All right. Since he walked past the instant, Gavan is going to reach into the fold of his belt and pull out the note we got from the blacksmith earlier and finally read it.
Okay. So it is in a little bit of a in a little bit of a cipher. I don't remember where I put it.
Did you put it in one of my things?
I thought I did. Nope, I see it.
Does.
Nope, I found it.
both.
It's okay.
Do you want to look at it or not?
Well, I'm gonna have you real quick just roll me a double insight to try and crack the message.
Oh, this will go well.
Crack.
This will go well. Seven.
A 7. You're looking at it and you are struggling to read it quite a bit. It is going to take you at least until Rex is back to finally decipher it.
To be fair, my head is probably still ringing anyway.
There you go. I have put it in front of you.
Where is it?
It's on the map.
Oh, it's flipped over, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm
I'm so happy it flipped upside down.
I know, right? I put a rope to hand. There we go.
Well, when I get back, I'm just gonna push the
No, that
load.
location.
You said you're gonna push the what?
I'm gonna push the envelope into Gavan's hand.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna hand it to him and then sit down.
So, Gavan, as you're trying to read this note, the envelope from before is pushed into your hand.
Gavan's gonna raise his hand to look at what was pushed into his hand since he can't see his hand currently that was attached. I presume I see the envelope though.
Yep.
The Spock eyebrow is now turned on Rek.
And Rek is just gonna sit there and not say a word, kind of just staring at the sky.
How did you acquire this child?
And Rex just points in the direction the old man was.
Gavan's going. Has the envelope been tampered with at all? Is it open at all?
No, it's still sealed.
Yeah, I didn't open it.
Gavan is going to return it to his belt pouch.
Okay.
So what is location on this note? Or we not know?
It is the actual address of the place. I am no civic engineer, so I'm not going to design the entire town map for this.
Fair. Do we know where it is though?
Yes. It is written clear enough that you'll be able to find it without issue.
So Gavan is going to look over their party a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me look at something. Okay. How late in the day is it right now, by the way?
You're probably getting about mid-afternoon, almost evening.
I do not believe it will benefit us to remain in this town much longer.
Well, we're not exactly in town, so I guess we can just continue with what we're doing.
Is that Rex's response, or is that your response as a player?
Both.
Okay. Alessandra, do you have anything to say?
I think we have worn out our welcome a little bit, but I do recall what that bartender was saying about the roads being dangerous.
Well, I believe I may have a cure for that. And Gavan is going to fold the note back into his belt fold.
Okay.
And stand up, dust himself off of the sand, reach down and pick up Rek and place Rek on shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn to Alessandra with kind of a little head nod of "let's go" and start walking towards the location.
I really thought you were about to fucking pick up Alessandra and throw her on the other one.
No, I could see Kavan just picking up Alessandra just princess style and carrying both of us.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. To be fair, he would.
So you begin to head to location. Now, before we get there, we're going to take our quick little break. So feel free to
Location!
get up, grab yourself food, grab yourself drink, use the little adventurer's room, or the big adventurer's room if you're Gavan. Chat, I hope you're having fun. Let's see what's going on right now. Also, proton decay to consider, where after so long, individual atoms start to just... Okay, why are we discussing subatomic particles in my chat? That doesn't fucking... Like, don't get me
Why
wrong,
not?
that tracks.
We're discussing
fucking
how
tracks.
Deadpool could. We're discussing how Deadpool can die
I am pretty
like-
sure he has been atomized before and still came back.
multiple times, actually.
Van, you're the comic book expert.
Well, Deadpool will not die. Deadpool is in a relationship with death, so
Yeah, if I
No,
were...
no, no.
have
The
a
reason,
kid
the reason he can't die isn't because of the relationship with death, though.
It's the curse
No, I
that
mean-
fucking Thanos put on him, isn't it?
Yeah,
no,
because
that's actually no longer valid.
Oh.
Oh, that's been
They
removed from
fixed
canon? Sad.
No, it happened. It's still canon. It's just no longer affects him anymore.
Oh, that was like
They-
the greatest story arc for Deadpool ever, though.
Well, yeah, but now he just goes and visits Death occasionally, and I think they have a kid together now.
Well, why am I imagining that the D&D cogme of the barbarian visiting the devil when he gets killed and then revived?
Kind of.
Like, oh, it's you! Big weekend? Yup. How are the kids? Great. Well, game revived. See you next time.
There was also a little mini arc where Deadpool had a little Bamf demon.
Oh my god.
Every time someone says Bamf, I just imagine the old, like, Bamf is badass motherfucker.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but that's the sound Nightcrawler makes when he teleports.
I know, that's why it's so funny to me. But
Well,
chat,
he is
how
one.
is your Friday going? Is everyone excited for the weekend? Anyone got something fun planned?
Define fun.
Something you're looking forward to doing that's entertaining?
Actually, yes.
Oh?
I'm going to a party tomorrow night, and then we have Misfits D&D on Sunday.
Nice.
Nice.
But during the day tomorrow, I have a meeting I need to go. I have a business meeting I need to go to for Misfits.
Ah.
So glad it's the weekend. Yo, same. I have felt off
Yes.
all fucking week.
I am so glad it's the weekend. Like, goddamn.
Yosh needs to help me finish leveling up my character for Sunday. Yosh!
Yes, I do.
Friday got worse around 3 p.m. when I learned of a certain event that occurred recently. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it like a world event or like a personal event?
Oh,
Meanwhile, y'all, I'm so excited. Judge got a... Yeah.
oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to do politics right now, do we?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I live next to a major highway. It's literally right there. Don't tempt me. In Minecraft, chat. In Minecraft.
Oh, Swift.
Yeah?
Guess what happened today?
What?
Customer opened a ticket citing that Watchtower article.
Oh, nice.
Asking questions answered by the article's FAQ section, no less.
Yeah, it sounds about
Of
fucking
course.
right.
Yeah, that's about how it goes. Yeah, yeah.
Now, you know what made it worse, though? The tier 1 who picked it up asked me the questions, too, instead of reading the article.
No.
Yeah.
What was that about MHA and Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way, that you sent me?
Who?
They're in the Fortnite shop today.
I don't know, I'm a little more excited about the Star Wars thing.
I am too.
What's going on with Star Wars?
Fortnite's doing a Star Wars crossover, apparently.
A full Star Wars
Yosh,
battle pass for
I
like a
don't
month.
know how to break this to you. You're not a Fortnite streamer, and you're an old man. I don't think you should be, or you should be excited for Fortnite.
Blame this one.
Who, Swifty?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's just doing hot girl stuff, so she gets a pass.
She bought me the Cowboy Bebop set.
Like I said, she's just
Oh,
doing
okay.
hot girl stuff. She gets a pass. Stop being interested in Fortnite when they can the campaign. I stopped being interested in Fortnite when Fortnite. Next question. Fortnite's one of those games. I give it a lot of shit. Fortnite's one of those games. I only really enjoy it when I play it with other people. If it's your game, it's your game. I just like to give Yoshi shit.
You always
I
give me shit
mean-
for anything.
Not anything. Just things that I can genuinely come up with a hilarious case for.
Yes.
So if anything, if I can't give you shit for it, it's a skill diff.
Alyss isn't interested in Fortnite because she hasn't figured out a way to kill Yoshi in it yet.
I'll play Fortnite with Yoshi. Come on. If I can kill him in a Halo co-op campaigns, Fortnite's a breeze. I'll do other hot girl shit. Hell yeah, Gallifrey. That's my that's my life.
I mean,
I'm
I've
just-
done hot girl shit.
Fucking hell yeah, man. You own that hot girl shit.
Speaking of Gallifrey and gaming, Gallifrey finally met Emmett Selk.
I
Oh
don't
boy.
fucking give me a refresher.
FF14 Shadowbringers.
Okay, that's why I don't know who the fuck that is.
You'll meet him eventually whenever you get to that point.
Eventually. When I can afford
But,
to reliably keep a fucking 14 sub.
I mean, Fortnite has the Save the World mode, which is the co-op thing, but you have to pay $15 for that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is not that bad, I guess. I played a little bit of it with Nova.
You know what game I want to sit down and play once summer comes again?
What?
Overthrown.
Yeah.
Because by then it
yeah.
should have the slime wrenching mechanics.
Oh, wait.
They're putting
said
slime wrenching
overgrown?
in it.
Yeah.
Yup.
Did you never look at the roadmap?
Of course not.
Fucking girl. Come on, that's why,
Wait, what
that's why I
game?
was so fucking obsessed with it. Overthrown.
Overthrown. I need to look at that. Oh, it's that thing. That's that game you guys were playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find the fucking roadmap again.
The one with the weird mechanics and animation.
Alright, so the January update was Woolies, Fire and Firebombs, Mortars, Tooltips, bunch of stuff there. Major update 2, which I think is live at this point. New plants and resources, pollution, special abilities. The coastal update, which is their summer update, has aquatic creatures, pirates, and ships. And I remember slime ranching was one of the skills, and if you play the game, it'll tell you like the actual releases and such.
You're a slime rancher.
You damn right I am.
I'm surprised you haven't played that more than.
Alice and I played that together recently.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing,
I
Swifty.
know she has, but like.
I literally sat down
we
and
played that together.
I beat Slime Rancher just in time for Slime Rancher 2 to come out, and then I played about 40 hours of Slime Rancher 2 in a very short time.
Yeah, we gotta continue playing Slime Rancher together.
Hell yeah, we do. Oh, no. Late summer is when we're getting the slime creatures. And we're getting airships.
Airship. Okay, that's the
You
real.
have my
shit.
attention again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that a big part of my channel and the community isn't what you should be excited for.
Also,
Man,
my
can you
community.
believe this shit?
But why would I? Seriously, you know me. Airships always get me excited.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know.
Same.
There are
Swifty,
two
thank you for the
slimes
sub.
on screen right now.
Speaking of airships, Yosh, I need your help again after.
If
we're
you
done
want to
here.
be technical, there are
I need to do
4
my writing
slimes visible.
tonight
3
first
of them
for
just
the
happen
words.
to be Dusty.
I was gonna say that's just Dusty split into 3 parts. That's
Oh, I need to go take my medicine. Also, I just realized it's
Oh, well,
8:30.
then fucking do that.
Oh, be right back.
Do it.
see, Droopy
I
is
mean,
angry.
that's
Look,
why
look
we're
at
taking a
Droopy's
break.
face.
So like,
I forgot what
Look
time
at-
it was.
Look at Droopy's face. Droopy is angry at Yoshi right now.
Want to make an RTS and an open world RPG? Open world RPG. Now that's something I can help you out with, Clark. Oh, because RPGs, those are my bag. Unless you're trying to do 3D, then you're on your own.
I have a problem with open world RPGs, and that's just because my ADHD does not let me finish them.
yeah, same.
See, my problem with open world RPGs is I will find something I love to do so much that every time I play the game, I will just do that. For
Like,
example,
okay,
yeah,
I was gonna say, like, Fallout 76 actually has a story that you can follow and you can go do. But, like you, my ADHD went crazy and I found something I wanted to do, and then I started remodeling houses for 150 hours.
you know. Well, here's a
I
perfect
mean, I
example.
fully expect I'm going to start the main quest of the Oblivion remaster and then just completely fuck off for the next 200 hours.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Skyrim is a perfect example of what I mean. Because I will boot up Skyrim in all of its infinite possibilities, 4 billion remake fucking re-release shit, and I will just do the College of Winterhold, beat the College of Winterhold, become the Dean of the College of Winterhold, and then move on with my life. And, like, stop playing Skyrim, and then I'll play Skyrim in another year or two, and fucking Dean of Winterhold done playing the game. Trying to do it in Godot, but then needed to get assets. Do I need to learn Blender? And Blender isn't doing the things the tutorial says it should be. Yeah, you have to make sure that you're using the exact Blender tutorial for the exact version. If you are, like, literally, if you have Blender 15.04.02, you cannot use 15.0401. Because they...
And currently,
Oh...
the current version of Blender, I think, is like 4.2 or something. And most of the tutorials are going to be either for 1.79 or 2.8.
By the way, if it isn't
2.79
clear,
or
I
2.8.
just I pulled numbers out of the fucking thin air.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's just-
I do a lot of Blender work. So 90% of the tutorials you're going to see are either 2.79 or 2.8. And
So-
we're currently at 4.0.
So, Clark, if you're not looking to do, like, full 3D RPGs, I'm gonna tell you right now, just do RPG Maker. RPG Maker is so fucking easy to learn. Hell, it's so easy I've learned it multiple times.
I mean, I haven't, but I haven't spent any time on it.
Yeah, I've spent
Yeah,
about
same.
2,000 hours on it.
I think the last RPG Maker I even touched was in the PS2 era.
I am currently working on RPG Maker MV because there's a lot of side-scrolling support in that.
I'm working on MZ because I have a lot of MZ plugins.
The game I want to do is best in platforming, so that's, you
Yeah.
know,
Let's see.
I can
Game
make it work
design
as regular
stuff.
as, you know, the four-directional RPG. It just wouldn't be the same. But I also have to make like 110 tile sets. There's so many tile sets I have to make, and I do not want to do it.
Like, I
It's
have
fine.
probably somewhere in the ballpark of 50 to 70 plugins for MZ.
I'm gonna have exactly 7 because I think that's what I need for what I'm trying to do, which is just platforming and then putting enemies that you can do turn-based battles against.
Well, so the project that I'm using for the new Descent into Development series on YouTube, I currently have 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 plugins planned for the game. But like, as I'm working on it, I might decide to put more and more and more. Like, I have plugins. I have to figure out what some of these plugins even fucking are. Like, I'm literally looking at one of these plugins, and it's called, what is it? Looking back up. XP by level and class curves. I don't know what any of this shit is, but I know who made it, so I know I can look it up. Well, Clark, I might wind up with my Descent and Development. I might wind up doing a lot of the basics of RPG Maker. So when I get to actually putting shit into RPG Maker, maybe tune into that, and you can maybe my style of teaching will help you out. Probably not. Right now I'm just on how to write a game design document and what the fuck goes in a game design document for RPGs.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to looking at your stuff because I have no idea what I'm doing.
My current game design document, 21 pages. 20 if we
Look
don't
at
have
you.
the title page.
Look at
Mine
you,
is
well
100
organized
spreadsheets.
shit. I just fucking send it.
Here's the problem. So Heroes of Essia was a project I decided to just fucking send it, and it did not go well. And then I was like, oh, well, let's start organizing it. And I got my binder, and I started writing everything in my binder. And it's too fucking late. Everything is so fucking off the cuff, unorganized, and I'm genuinely debating restarting the entire project. It's that fucking bad.
I should really start my project.
You should. I'm hoping
Once I finish my current mod, because I put like 100 hours into this mod.
Oh yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
not gonna
No,
stop now.
finish your mod.
I'm not
Finish your mod.
much for game dev, but I might have to badger Yoshi into letting me join him on this whole get back to writing for once.
It's fun to do. I'm actually still updating the fucking novel that I finished writing. I should specify light novel.
I gave up writing a long time ago, but that's
I have ideas. I just need to shut up and write, which is incidentally a name of a writing tool.
Yeah. My issue is like I have so many things I want to do. And like honestly, this Descent into Development series is the perfect fucking embodiment of how fucked my head is. And I even talk about it at one point in the video. Here's how I revived the Descent into Development series, okay? So I put up in the chat and I was like, "Hey, do you guys want to see me do a tabletop talk video, or do you want to see me do an RPG analysis video where I just discuss, like RPG mechanics and such?" And everyone voted RPG analysis. That's okay. And at first I was going to do Magitech, and I was like, oh, well. Oh, actually, I'm going to wait for my ads to end. And then I'm going to tell this story. I'm sorry, everybody.
I zoned out. I'm gonna be honest. The last like 4 minutes, I blanked.
That's fine. That's been me most of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to talk to figure out platforming. Once I get the platforming section done, I could just set events for battles.
You know, it would be great if you could fucking get Pixel Maker MV and fucking RPG Maker MV to just splice together.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
That's a
there
little
are-
out of my skill set, though.
For NB, there is a specific tutorial set that comes with templates and pre-programmed assets that you can use to make a platforming game, but it only works for NB, so that's why it's
that's-
NB.
Okay, I'm back.
You just need the fossil plugin. Welcome back. So anyway, to tell this story of the Descent into Development series. So I started with, I up on the server, I put up the poll to see if people wanted me to talk about tabletop games or if they want me to talk about RPG mechanics. RPG Mechanics 1. So I was like, alright, so I was gonna do a video about Magitech, and I wrote the script, and I was like, this feels like more of a world-building topic than just RPG specific, so I'm gonna table this and start talking about job systems. So I started writing a script on job systems, and, I'm getting ready to work on it, and I get to a part of one of the sections I want to do for that video series was how I would like to implement it in an RPG. And I got to that point, and I'm typing it up, and I'm like, how would that work? So I pull up another document, and I start typing. And I'm typing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna clock in for work, and I'm typing, and I'm not even paying attention to my fucking job at this point. And it gets to be, I want to say, about 3 p.m., and I have about 10 to 12 pages typed up of a game design document, and went, I have to record and edit a video for Wednesday. Okay, we're changing this up. And I stopped writing the document, and I immediately began writing a script about writing a game design document. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Clark, it kind of depends which version of Blender you're using. If you're using 4.x, then maybe?
Maybe.
It's definitely more Van's department than mine. I only used Blender when I was doing 3D printing stuff, but because of my apartment, I sold the 3D printer to Yoshi.
If you're gonna be doing one with 4.x, I would recommend using what version? Let me look at the previous versions because I'm trying to figure out exactly which version I would recommend.
It would be, but it depends because if they call it 4.x, there's a possibility that the functions changed between 4.4 and let's say they made that tutorial at 4.2.
I think I don't remember if it was 4.3 or 4.4, but they made some significant changes between one version to the next. So I actually would recommend using 4.2 if you're going to be using a tutorial for 4.x.
Always stay behind the technological curve just enough.
Yeah.
Never update your stuff the day the update drops.
I mean, I'm still using Blender 3.6, but that's just because it's the most stable for what I'm trying to do.
Because that'd be convenient, Clark.
Yeah, no.
We don't like convenience in the tech industry.
If you look at what 2.79 looks like compared to what 2.8 looks like, they changed everything.
I also just noticed Yoshi is like barely peeking out from under the bar.
Yeah,
It's like
but I
he's
feel
not
like I'm
allowed
working.
in. Fix that a
Here,
little
I'm
bit.
going to send Alyss a picture if I can find one of Blender 2.7. And then I'll send one of 2.8 so we can see the comparison here.
Oh boy. Hold on, chat.
First one's 2.79, that's what it looks like. That is what the entire thing looked like.
Okay.
And then let me find a good picture of 2.8. So everything still has... You know what? I could just open it. I have it. I'm going to use Blender 3.6 because it has the same layout as 2.8.
Alright, so this is Blender 2. What was that?
2.79.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what 3.6 looks like because it looks the same as 2.8. I don't know what 4.4 looks like because I don't want to look at that yet. I'll wait till
Personally
we
hate
get to
the idea of
4.6.
updating to Windows 11. At this
Windows
point,
11 I don't understand why there's so much resistance to Windows 11. Like, I've been on it since
It's
day fucking one. And
It's because the change over to Windows 8 was ass. So now everybody's hesitant as fuck.
yeah,
Also,
I was there
Windows
for
10
that.
was horrible when it started. Dude, that's what 2.8 and up looks like compared to 2.79. That's one version difference where they changed everything.
All right. So
Because 3.6 looks exactly the same as 2.8, but it's more stable.
yeah, see the 2.8 or the 3 point whatever, the last one you sent me. This one
Mhm.
I'm familiar with. This is what my blender looks like.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the 2 point whatever that you sent me first, this looks like Photoshop.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to use because it doesn't show you like a 3D viewport. It's a 2D viewport with 3D objects.
They take away.
Which
I'll
I had
be
to use it
honest.
a lot for Final Fantasy 15.
If you're on Windows 10, you already lost most of the control. And they keep trying to force AI. Yeah, you just shut that shit down every time it pops up. That's what I've always
Yeah.
done. Hell, YouTube. If you upload to YouTube, make sure you've you've unchecked the box that says let third-party companies train AI off your content.
That was actually already turned off on mine by default.
Yeah, mine too. But apparently, if you don't have it turned off, they can use your voice for dubbing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised that it was already off.
I feel
This
like
was on what tool?
YouTube.
When not even the AI wants it.
Jeez.
Yep.
The AI doesn't want me.
Where's the setting hiding at?
You have to go into YouTube Studio for it.
It's
Okay, on the
YouTube
studio.
Studio. It's in channel and advanced settings.
So let's see. Settings, channel,
Yeah, channel and advanced settings.
advanced settings. Scroll down to the bottom, and there's third-party training.
Yeah.
Mine is disabled currently.
Good.
A lot of people have it disabled by default somehow, but not everybody.
I'm wondering if that was something they actually were forced to do by like GDPR or something.
Possible. Thanks for the lurk, Jade.
It probably is. I mean, they're working on AI laws, so they're probably just trying to get ahead of the game so they don't get
In trouble.
in trouble when it happens. I just realized I did not publish my last 3 VODs on YouTube.
You don't really upload a lot to YouTube.
I do. I just keep forgetting to make them public.
I say because I remember like when you were talking about your upcoming plans that I will keep quiet on. I was like, oh, and then I realized I wasn't actually subbed to you on YouTube, so I fixed that. And I was like, the last thing he uploaded was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I just honestly, like I said, I just keep forgetting to publish all of my stuff
I don't
'Cause
think I haven't
YouTube-
been uploading to YouTube either lately.
because I don't do anything on YouTube. I can't even I don't have enough followers or watched hours to even stream to YouTube. So I just keep forgetting to do anything with YouTube. But hopefully, the stuff I'm working on will boost my follower number, so I can.
I'm
do that.
sure it will.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to get back on it because I haven't done much. I got 2 things done. But next week I have no classes, so instead of whatever I was gonna do, I'm going to do the project, the video stuff. Maybe I'll do a bunch in one day, or I'll do 4 next week in different days. Who knows? There'll be a lot of editing though.
Oh yeah.
It took me an hour to edit a 6-minute video. Then again, I did a lot of effects. I was like, this is going to be fun if I do it this way. What if I do this? I learned a lot about DaVinci editing one video.
Yeah. To be fair, the Digimon Evolution, Digivolution video, that one I learned probably the most with DaVinci that I've learned in a long time. Clark, are you on my server?
So when are we continuing, by the
Okay.
way?
Just a moment. Let's see. I just posted a picture of where to find it and just said in YouTube Studio, go to settings. I put it in share your pictures. All right. Let me change up the music a little bit. You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? Oh, Clark, the rules in my server have mostly been a suggestion. Trust me. If you were on the server, like, if you were looking at the general chat yesterday, you would understand. Anyway, ignoring the new rule 1. Let's get back to game. Also, hi, Mick. Anyway.
Wait, there's a Mick? Where's there a Mick?
No, I always say hi to him for when he finally gets to edit these
Oh.
episodes. Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, so you guys begin your journey into the town to find the person who can help you.
Location.
Location.
And
Location.
as you are walking through the town, you begin feeling like you're being watched. And finally, you end up at one of the nicer buildings in town. The door is obviously closed shut. This music's too tense. But you are at location.
We've arrived.
I'm already tense.
That's my secret. I'm always tense.
This camping trip has been intense the entire time.
That's my
Yosh,
secret, Cap.
if you think I won't make a 3-hour drive just to stab you, you are horribly mistaken.
Hey, I get to see you.
Wait, if we're
Oh
doing
no, I'm gonna
that,
make sure
maybe
you
I-
don't see me.
If we're
Dad.
doing that, maybe I should drive up 5 hours and then I can come with you.
Hell yeah. Group
Wait
assassination.
a minute. Why wouldn't it make more sense for you just to drive the however long it takes you to get to my place instead of driving all the way to Alice's and then back down?
Because Van doesn't know that you're in between where we live.
Well,
I'm pretty sure we've discussed that previously.
Maybe.
No, see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my car at Alice's place. We're going to take Alice's car.
This is the most convoluted assassination plot I've ever heard.
Would you expect any less from 2 of me?
Well, because then...
You normally are not a fan of
Oh
Rube
my
Goldberg
God.
solutions, so
Well,
yes,
no-
actually, I do expect better.
Well, no, see, what happens is I put my hands on the knife because my car's in a different area, so I have an alibi.
I just love I'm fond of this BF. Please don't stab him. as if she has one that she's not fond of, and she's like, can you just stab that one instead?
Is there something I need to know here, by the way, babe?
I am only sort of sorry. Oh, well, I mean, fair, but I have plenty of those of my own.
I do too.
Oh my god. Yes.
How many knives do you have? Because it
Who,
might be
me?
a long list.
Wait. Are we counting knives or X's?
Both.
Um,
If we're gonna go around stabbing X's,
let's
we're
let's
gonna
just
need a lot.
say I have a 1-to-1 and I cannot count it using my hands and toes.
I can confirm
Okay.
at least half of that is correct.
The question is, can he confirm the knives or the X's? No one will ever
Knives.
know.
Which half?
Yosh, you weren't supposed to confirm.
Okay,
Anyway,
Mick, Man, cut that out.
Anyway, so y'all are at this really, well, relatively nice house. Got much less
Whoa.
cracks in it. The door seems to be relatively unharmed.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the important question. Before
Okay.
we actually get to location, how prevalent is that feeling of being watched?
It's like what's the best way? It's almost like, you know when you have that one random hair that's randomly tapping the back of your neck, so you
May
think
I
you gotta.
roll a
It's spider
perception?
sense.
What was that, Yosh?
May I roll perception?
Yes, you may. Roll me a willpower plus insight.
I'm attempting to.
Let me roll perception. My passive perception is 14. I'm kidding.
That's gonna get me probably nothing with a 6.
There's a moment where you stop to look around and just nothing.
I'm busy looking at the
Okay.
sky, so
I will take a look. Let's see. What is it? Insight, willpower?
Yep.
I'm still lost in thought.
All alone?
Yes.
I need to actually finish Bloodlines.
Well, I'm not seeing shit either.
What'd you roll?
A 5?
So noticing that Gavan has turned around to give a quick look around, you decide to do the same. Just nothing. Just that feeling of being watched.
Watch like a sniper in the distance.
Sniper on a rooftop, 2028. Let's go.
No, you want a sniper on the hill. You can always roll down the hill.
Oh my god. Anyway, can I roll again as we reach the building?
I'm gonna say there hasn't been significant enough change in the environment.
Okay, that's fair.
I was gonna say if we can just keep rolling forever, eventually we're gonna notice something.
Well, again, that's why I was asking, like,
Yeah,
if
so-
we were allowed to or not.
Like, you kind of keep on edge trying to notice it, and every so often, like, the feeling fades, and then it happens again, and you immediately turn to try and see if you can find it, but nothing.
See, this is why I say if you had Byakugan, this wouldn't be an issue.
Byakugan?
Fucking suddenly Naruto campaign. Pull out the Naruto D20 books, let's go.
Oh my god.
Anyway. The feeling is a little bit lesser when you get to the building, but it's still there.
Alright, so Gavan's gonna walk up to the door and give a knock.
Hello, who is it?
We were
Hello.
given this address as a place we could stay the night safely.
The fuck? Who gave you this house and said it was a goddamn fucking... And the door swings open and you notice this older gentleman with like with like darkened red skin and black hair that has bits of white throughout it.
It's a tiefling.
Remind me, what is the equivalent of sleight of hand in this universe?
Roll double
Sleight of face.
dexterity.
Alright, let's see how well Gavan can do this.
Oh god, what are you doing?
Let's find out how bad it is first or how good.
Oh my god.
Please tell me you double that one.
I did not also the next thing move to die. But no, I double 7'd.
Oh. So what are you trying to do?
Palm the note in a way that's cupped in my palm so it can only be seen by him as I hold it up for his to see.
Okay. And as you do that, you realize that the man's eyes are glazed over and whited. This man is blind.
God damn it. You know, I just wasted the crit.
You fucking did.
Damn it.
I wasted one earlier, so
Jesus Christ, this is literally Alice's Restaurant Massacre. It's the blind justice all over
So
again.
you're holding this note out to him, like, hopefully he'll notice, and you finally look him, like, in the face, and the thought hits you of, motherfucker's blind.
And the 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the little paragraph on the back describing how they're to be used as evidence. God damn it.
it's Daredevil.
Anyway, as you're doing that, and the man is just kind of looking in your direction, and the thought finally dawns on you, he grabs you by, like, the collar of your chest piece, and just like, full force pulls you into the house.
Wrong is this man?
Rex, I need you to roll me a double dex.
Am I allowed to roll double dex or no?
You can roll a double might to resist.
I can do that. Double might go!
Come on, that one.
That'll be a 12.
A 12. Alright, hold on. I have to actually contest here.
Excuse me,
Oh,
Pat.
shit.
Pat, what do you do?
God.
So he pulls, and you manage to hold your ground as you step once and then catch your foot and plant it. He's like, "Get in here, you fucking idiot."
Gavon will do his best to make it look like he's stepping in as the man guides him in.
You too. And he's pointing at Alessandra.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm still on Gavon's shoulder, so I don't have to
Yep,
do anything.
I follow.
You do have to kind of duck through the doorway, but
It's fine.
as you all get into the abode, the man closes the door, and a snake-like creature slithers from the collar of his shirt, looking at you all, and goes, what the fuck are y'all doing? Just making it so obvious. They got eyes everywhere out there. What the fuck is wrong with you? And the man's just like, can you calm down? No, I can't calm the fuck down. They're fucking nuts. Who are you anyway?
Gavon's currently having the snake is talking moment.
Well, aren't you gonna introduce yourselves?
After like a couple blinks of what the fuck just happened, Gavon is going to do his best polite bow to the snake. Introduce himself. Gavon up Julius Dugral.
That's a long name. Why the fuck do you have a long name?
Gavon just blinks in confusion.
You're big man. Your child. And he looks at Alessandra, looks uncomfortable, and looks away.
How rude.
Can she really not see that? As the snake is leaning over to Gavon.
Gavon is arching an eyebrow in question.
Look at her! Can she really not see it? Can you
Gavon
not
is
see
gonna-
it?
Looking at the Gavon's going to turn to see what the snake is indicating. Does Gavon see anything?
Gavon sees Alessandra.
Gavon is going to turn back to the snake. Again, Spock eyebrow of confusion.
Are you just gonna hide behind the poor girl?
Wait, what?
And you all hear a light giggling coming from behind Alessandra.
I turn around. What?
Alessandra, as you turn, almost as if fading into existence, you all see this beautiful woman in alabaster white clothing. The clothing is immaculate.
Do we recognize the person? Is my first
You
question,
do
obviously.
not. Except Alessandra, who shared a
Oh.
nice dance with her.
Hmm. Ah.
The woman has a wonderful masquerade mask upon her face.
I
Very
had a question. Do
lacy.
you say the ah out loud, by the way, Alessandro, or not?
No. No. Hmm.
So Gavan's immediate reaction, given the day they've had, is his axe is springing into his hand.
But that's
I-
not gonna
I-
do you any good there.
I see. I see Kavan move for his axe and gesture. No, it's okay. It's okay.
At this point, both of Gavan's eyebrows are up, like, okay, this day's officially too fucking weird.
The older gentleman, by the way, at this point, drops to one knee slowly and almost seems to be offering up a prayer. Alas, you're scaring the fuck out of him. And, like, the snake looks like it goes to gesture, but realizes it doesn't have the hands to do so. And the woman starts humming a nice song. It's perfectly in tune. Alessandra, you recognize this tune. As it comes to your mind, you are whisked away into your own memories of times where you would be traveling the halls of your school, and you would softly hear a beautiful song come out of nowhere, and you'd be taken over with the urge to dance and follow the lead of someone who just wasn't there. But you felt comfortable following their lead and their step. And before you know it, you come to and you're doing that dance atop the sand.
Ah.
For Gavan and Rex, as the song starts playing, you notice Alessandra begin to dance with the woman.
Okay, interesting.
It is beautiful and elegant. It's also interesting how they're doing this atop sand with no difficulty.
I have no idea what is happening at this point.
Have you not heard of the Muse, lad?
Gavan did not say that out loud, by the way.
I know.
That
I
was
just,
me as a player being like, what the fuck?
he's just watching. Like, this is the snake watching you get more and more confused.
This is Rex not actually caring.
Gavan is just now kind of doing the double take between the snake and the woman. Just like,
I
nope,
mean,
today's gone too weird officially.
Rex grew up in the Red Forest. It's snakes are just snakes. The talking part was
Snake,
surprising, but he's already seen a
snake.
talking dog
Oh,
today.
it's a snake.
Like, this isn't even the first fucking talking animal today.
Yeah.
Right?
Rex is done with talking animals right now.
Lass, you can't fucking be here. This is not your domain, this is mine. And the woman in white seems to spin around behind Alessandra and vanish into the song.
As the song comes to its natural, slow conclusion, I come to and realize where I actually am, and just kind of in the middle of all of this, I see Gavan staring at me, and Rek just being Rek.
Rek just not even acknowledging what's happening right now.
Yeah. Oh my! What just incredible! I must. This must have been. This must have been interesting for you. It is rare that such is actually witnessed by one not otherwise initiated.
Aye, the muse likes to work in mysterious ways. It's fucking weird. More than once I've had my run-ins with her. The old man has not lifted from his prayer stance.
Prayers.
Now, what can you do me for? You said something about a tavern, like staying the night.
That was just to get us in the door.
I always get in the door.
Gavan holds the note up for the snake to read.
Where the hell did you get that?
A friend in town.
A friend in... Fuck it. Well, now I need to know so I know who to stop talking to. They can't just be telling people to come here every time they need help.
I believe they only told us because we helped them.
Hey. Pain in the ass.
While just standing there patiently waiting.
Alright.
Sorry, I forgot to turn off or turn down the sound on Discord notifications, so I got a loud beep in my ear.
That's always the fucking worst when you're not expecting a Discord
Yep.
beep and it's just like, what? Oh?
It's always so loud, and it's like
That's why I have mine turned off.
mine's usually turned off. I don't know why it's on now.
I didn't do it.
I don't believe you.
Can't prove nothing. Alright, what do you need help with?
We need to cross the desert.
To go where?
To Phaedron.
Where?
Phaedron.
Oh. The fuck you going there for?
Our business is our own, Snake.
Let me explain something to you, lad. And as he says that, he starts lurching forward, and you notice him growing in size. You come into my house, you bring another, and you have the gall. Ask me for help, and not tell me what you need. So listen to me, man out of time. When I ask why you need to go where you're going, if you want my help, you fucking tell me. And at this point,
If
the
you
snake is
know-
easily comparable to your size.
And Gavan's going to hold his ground and look Snake in the eye. If you know
Well, to
that
be-
much about me already, you already know why I need to go to Phaedron.
I don't. See, I know you're a man out of time, because you smell different. You smell like the ancient era. Neither of these two do.
And there lies the problem. I don't know how I got here.
Is that why you're heading to Phaedron?
That's my reason.
I think-
Rex taps Gavan on the head and says, I know how you got here. You walked.
You got a smart lad.
Gavan just face palms.
My question is how long you've been here to have a kid that big? Especially without
What
him
did
having...
what did the snake say?
I'm questioning how long you've been here to have a kid that big. And he was about to follow up
Gavan
with,
is
especially
a
for him
double
not to
face
have
palming.
your stink.
Gavan is double face palming.
Hmm.
The dreaded double face palm.
Now, what I will say is I think you're going to the wrong place if you try and figure out why you're here. But that said, giving me the information is all I needed. And the snake immediately slinks back down to its original size. See, it's so hard to give information when you want help.
I've been advised that giving information about my own background is inadvisable in this time.
To most people, yeah. But when a magical talking snake asks, might be good to give if you're asking for help.
Gavan just slowly quirks one eyebrow. Honestly, magical talking snakes aren't even half the strangest thing I've seen today.
Well, now I'm curious. I'm usually the highlight of someone's day.
I spent my morning having a duel with a woman who grew an exoskeleton and showed features of a praying mantis.
Features of a praying mantis. So skip. Who the fuck did you fight?
A woman who introduced herself as, I'm going to try to get the name right, Zendria.
You fought fucking Zendria.
That Rex,
Yes.
Rex shivered for a second.
Oh shit. That's impressive you're even still alive.
Tell me
We were
about
interrupted.
it.
Oh. Well, that's good. Let's get you moving before she wakes up and tries to find you again. And with that, the snake walks over to the blind man and just kind of pokes him on the cheek. Hey, stop fucking praying. She's not gonna help you. And the man just says something in a language that none of you seem to understand before letting the snake climb back onto his shoulder. Now then, follow us. And the man starts walking over towards the fireplace.
Why am I getting Krang vibes from the snake, for the record?
You're talking TMNT?
Yeah. Not evil. Not necessarily the evil, but more the this is the Krang's host thing.
Kind of. It is kind of a parasitic symbiotic relationship. The snake taps its tail on the fireplace, and you notice that it starts to open up to a staircase in the center of the room leading down. Watch your step.
Gavan will follow.
Now, these steps are made out of stairs, so it is a little bit hard to keep your balance, except
The
Alessandra.
steps are made out of stairs.
I'm sorry, sand.
Yes.
The steps are made
The
out of
steps are made out of
sand.
stairs.
The steps are made out of sand, and everyone seems to have a little bit of issues with their footing except for Alessandra, who seems to be walking on them as if they are made out of solid stone. The sands do not shift under your feet at all. And you walk, and you walk. And before you know it, the top of the staircase seems to disappear. God, I constantly
Fun.
forget how deep this tunnel is. And after what feels like an eternity, you come to
Like 6
solid
hours.
stone. And finally, an opening to a cave. Right. So, here's the problem. You're gonna have to make the journey yourself. Travel south. Do not, and I repeat,
Let's go.
do not let yourself fall asleep without having someone on watch Otherwise, you may wake up somewhere different from where you think. And if you hear the ground start to quake, run. If you don't know which way to run, yes. That's all I'm willing to help you with. You got any
Okay.
questions?
Nah.
Nope. Seems clear enough for directions.
Mm-hmm.
And as for you, lass, and he's looking straight at Alessandra, I need you to understand something. That woman that's with you, that's a dangerous one to have.
Dangerous. But simply walking the path of the muse is not. But I will nonetheless keep that in mind.
Her steps be, well, quick to change as a song.
Mm.
1 minute she may be guiding you, the next she may be throwing you off a cliff. Whatever fits the steps the best. Be wary of where she leads you.
I guess we must climb up the steps made out of stairs.
Well, that's gonna be the end stream. I'm gonna go kill myself now.
What?
Don't worry about it, Yosh. Don't worry about it. I was kidding anyway.
I heard it, but Mickey, you want to cut that?
Yeah. Anyway, the old man begins to walk up the steps again before stopping and turning around. And he kind of just walks over to Gavon. And he kind of like gestures with an open hand.
What is he just like beckoning, you mean?
No, like he just has his hand open as if like what's the best almost like he's expecting something from you with it. And then he goes, hold your hand out like this.
He's expecting money.
I do as he gestures.
He then reaches into his pocket and he puts a pouch into your hand. He says,
He's giving you money.
don't let this go to waste. And then he walks away.
Gavon's gonna do a peek into the pouch.
It is miscellaneous camp supplies. Does anybody not have full inventory points?
I haven't used any in a while, so.
Yeah,
I
it's
think we're
been
full.
quite some time since any of us have used any.
What was that, Yosh?
I think we're all full.
All right. So, this is going to be a specialized bag.
Of holding.
This is something the game tells me not to do, but fuck that. I like to do things. Give me one moment. I want to find the perfect thing. Well, first off, let's put a bowl down. I like bowls.
By the way, would 11 be enough to do a front flip off of Gavon's shoulders?
Yeah, sure. You're small.
Okay.
He's big.
So Rex does a front flip off of Gavon's shoulders and lands on a higher step.
There we go.
I was
These
gonna say you cannot take my coin.
these are emergency inventory points. When you have no inventory points to spend as a group, you know,
You make them go flying.
if you pull things out of here, I will.
Try to put them back.
Well, stop it. Leave it to me. Now, if you have no inventory points to spend, you can pull them from this bowl. But only if the party has none to spend, and only on magical tent. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to write myself a note for that.
I'll try to remember.
Hmm.
Y'all, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight.
Yeah,
I just thought y'all should know.
that's fair.
All right. Is there anything else in the pouch, or is that it?
That is it.
All right.
Is that not enough?
No, I just wanted to make sure there was something else. Gavon will hook the pouch to his belt, settle his weapon over his shoulder, and look down the tunnel.
All right. As you look down the tunnel, it is spacious and large. And that is where you guys will end, is with you beginning the journey into these tunnels.
Level up!
Yay.
Also, for context, you have 10 of those tokens.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. 10 tokens.
Overwrite the table.
10 quarters.
What?
I don't know.
Man, are you high?
No, but I did see a lot of people playing that weed game, so maybe I got a contact at Virtual High.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm refusing to play that game. I have seen some questionability about that game, and I'm just not
Yeah,
playing
same. I am not touching that.
What game?
it. Schedule
Virtual
1.
Yeah.
I know
I have
nothing
no
about
idea
it.
what it is. I just see a lot of people playing it.
Schedule 1, Clark. There's currently a lot of questions about the game dev and their practices, I would say, as well as their
Isn't there a wildly homophobic achievement?
no, not homophobic, racist.
Oh.
There's a racist achievement. There is a there's a transphobic effect in the game. There's another racist effect in the game. Like there's a lot. So anyway, we're gonna raid out everyone. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute riot of a time, as always. Tomorrow should still be what you call it? Baldur's Gate 3, right, Van?
Yep.
Yep, so be ready for that. Make sure to give love to these three, to Yosh, Swift, and Van. They're all really great friends, and we will be back with this in 2 weeks. Next week is Bridged Memories, as always. Thank everybody so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.